LA and New York, two different sides of the country. LA, New York, two different sides of the country, different weather patterns, different genders as far as who's in charge over there, different results. Who knows? Let's get into it and let's see what's happening. Again, make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Let's dive into this live stream today.
And our Inside Safe program began the process of clearing one of LA's largest homeless encampments. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Haskell has more on what it's going to take to clean up this encampment that's been there for so long.
I'm happy but anxious because of all the commotion around, you know. I mean, I appreciate those.
Wait a minute. Hold on one second. Let me just see something. When I first looked at this, I wasn't really paying attention. Are those AirPod Maxes? Maybe not. Maybe they're just regular headphones. These things is expensive. Y'all walking around with AirPod Maxes over there in LA? What the heck is going on over there?
Who have helped to make sure that this happens.
Jeremy Minnie has called this stretch of Venice Boulevard in Mar Vista under the 405 freeway home for 4 years. But on Tuesday, one of LA's most notorious homeless encampments was cleared. It's existed for roughly 10 years.
Living up under here, it's rough, and it'd be nice to be able to have someone.
Yo, I'm telling you, them look like AirPod Maxes on there. Those look like AirPod Maxes, fam.
Where I can have a shower and like a bed to lay in.
I don't believe anyone wants to actually live here, you know.
As the homeless crisis has expanded, so has this encampment, which has been the scene of shootings, drug deals, overdose deaths, fires, all impacting the surrounding neighborhood, including exclusive motors owned by George Frem.
We changed the narrative from saying that this used to be something that is okay, and today everybody's saying this is not okay. I'm not worried about me. I'm happy about people are going to stop dying on the streets, and, you know, families are going to be reunited.
One of the reasons why this homeless encampment was so challenging to clear is that this side of Venice Boulevard is the city of Los Angeles split between two council districts, and this side of Venice Boulevard is Culver City.
I don't understand that. Why is there so many politics? This place, they say, has existed like this for over 10 years. They said it took 10 years for them to wind up clearing out this homeless encampment because one side of the street was LA in one particular county and another side of the street was a whole nother county. And it took them 10 years to work together to eventually address the problem with all of the shootings, the killings, the drug infestation, the graffiti, the businesses that's complained about it. It took them 10 years. 10 years to clear out a homelessness encampment. That is crazy, man. 10 years? Man, it's people that went to prison, got out, and did a dime, and came back out and seen it the same way that it was before they went in. How does it take 10 years? The level of politics, the bureaucratic red tape. You know, I was talking to my general contractor and my architect yesterday, and different cities have different requirements, and they work differently. And there are cities here in Michigan, for example, Birmingham, Michigan, which is one of the most affluent cities in Michigan and one of the most affluent communities in the United States of America. It's right here in Oakland County. And to pull a permit in Birmingham will take you at minimum at least 6 months before you can even start to break ground. That's if you got all of your paperwork together and everything. The level of red tape that you have to go through to get anything done politically, business-wise, is crazy to me. 10 years?
Moving into a motel that will have wraparound services, housing navigation support, so that they're there and then they move on to someplace that's a better fit, more long-term.
As is the case at every Inside Safe operation, there's uncertainty about where the buses will go and if the interim housing facility that's nearby will be the right fit.
We got to see first. We got to get there first and see. Then I can ask that question. You know, but I don't know. It might be good. I'm not sure. I don't know especially like where I'm going. If I like it, I'll be there. If I don't, I'm out of there.
But Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass tells Eyewitness News she's confident the Mar Vista encampment won't return, just like all the other Inside Safe sites. On Monday, Bass and Councilwoman Heather Hutt checked in on this encampment at Obama Boulevard in La Brea in South Los Angeles, which was cleared back in June. And
Wait a minute. Obama Boulevard is similar to MLK Boulevard now too? Well, first of all, we shouldn't even be mentioning Obama in the same sentence as MLK, but that's a whole nother conversation. But it's called Obama Boulevard. Tell me Obama Boulevard wasn't the site of a homelessness encampment. Please tell me that Obama Boulevard was was not the site of a homelessness encampment. Come on, man. Y'all got to be kidding me out here in these streets. This is the I don't know what century I'm living in. I don't know if I'm living in the Matrix, outside of the Matrix. I didn't even know that y'all had an Obama Boulevard out there in Los Angeles.
Cleared back in June, and all 41 people who lived here are in housing. In Mar Vista, Josh Haskell, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, so that is what's going on over there in Los Angeles. Some relatively good news in that one of the passion projects that I've always had is homelessness. And then over there in Queens, New York, they got a whole nother conversation that they having.
During school hours, they're out. All the prostitution is taking up every single block. They will be out with their pimps, and they don't care.
Jaylene Lugo is 14 years old and taking the number 7 train home from high school for the first time. With a Kirby doll on her book bag. Her walk on Roosevelt Avenue is a jolt out of childhood innocence.
I've seen teenage boys go up to the prostitutes.
In one busy spot on 90th Street, men are led downstairs to a brothel on a regular basis.
This is turning into a red light district in Bangkok. You walk up and down from the 70s all the way down to the hundreds. And all you're going to see are different massage parlors with women outside soliciting men. There's no moral compass anymore.
Pix 11 even found women sitting on mattresses outside a furniture store near 93rd Street. One of many scenes unsettling Jaylene's mother.
I grew up in this neighborhood. I've been here for 31 years. I was born and raised here. And what I'm seeing here today is not what I grew up seeing.
Y'all don't have to go and get y'all passport no more. Shout out to all of my felons that can't even get passports. All y'all got to do is walk over to Queens. Look, let me show you what you can get over in Queens. Dirty pants. You don't know who been with them. It ain't no different than what it is that y'all experiencing over there in Sosua. Ain't no different than what you experiencing over there in Sosua. Go right on over to Queens. Take the number 7, the L. Go on over there. Listen, Eric Adams is too busy trying to make sure that he gets some robot dogs out here in these streets. He's been begging and then backtracking on what it is that he stood for as far as the migrant crisis and becoming a sanctuary city. He's tackling budget issues, and he's making sure that he creates a safer New York for everybody. Meanwhile, over there in Queens, is literally the red light district like over in Bangkok. Shout out to NYC. Shout out to Queens. Queensbridge don't play. Home of Mobb Deep and Nas. It's amazing.
Sex workers and trafficking on Roosevelt Avenue for nearly 20 years. The numbers we're seeing now seem unprecedented.
This is happening during school hours, and it's even worse at night.
On a recent Friday, Pix 11 News saw activity in the 80s on Roosevelt Avenue. with one man apparently steering customers to a spot that was close to a barber shop.
We are seeing more Latina women doing prostitution. I think those women have no other options.
Some are Venezuelan, Colombian, and they are...
What? Wait a minute. Wait. You're telling me that some of these people that came over as a result of the migrant crisis, specifically the ones that are highlighted as the ones that came over the most were Venezuelan, are now participating in work over there in their sanctuary city? Say it ain't so. But this is not a new thing, because according to the news, this has been going on for over 20 years. This is not anything new. Listen, as long as I've been married, has been the amount of time that they've been allocating resources in order to have an unofficial red light district over in Queens, New York. So they brought in more women and maybe some men, depending on what you into, right? They probably got a little bit of everything for you. Got a little bit of everything for you. Say it ain't so that you don't speak English, but you know what happy ending means. Interesting.
Having their own massage parlors alongside with the Asians.
By day, Pix 11 News noticed a row of women near a physical therapy office on 92nd Street. The manager inside telling us it's hurting his business.
Because patients, they don't want to come in to do therapy because they are being harassed.
We spotted a surveillance camera over the tiny hallway where the alleged brothel is located, which had wallpaper on its door. Eddie said police shut it down several weeks ago.
I was happy, and then after 2 weeks, they came again.
The manager of a cell phone store on the other side is also aggravated.
Porque nos afecta el negocio. Los clientes no quieren.
Baby, you don't even speak English. How do y'all run stores? How are y'all citizens? How do you run stores inside of the United States of America and you don't even speak English? That is crazy to me. How is that possible? How can you properly serve your customers if you don't even speak English? That is insane.
In late September, Macia Lugo organized a march along Roosevelt Avenue, carrying posters in the rain. But she said she's having a hard time getting the attention of politicians. At one point, she attended a town hall run by the Queensborough president, Donovan Richards.
When he ended the meeting, I said, what about all the questions regarding prostitution? Because we all submitted questions regarding the prostitution, and they skipped all those questions. He did not like that I spoke out. He said, do not call out. But when the cameras turned off, he spoke to me on the side, and he told me this has been a problem for many years. And I was like, not to this extent.
Mayor Adams, come back here and start taking care of business. We need New York and we need Queens to start to look the way it's supposed to. And it's not like this.
Mayor Adams has told us he'd be willing to make a visit with us to Roosevelt Avenue. He has already checked out the situation at least once at 1:30 in the morning. But we explained to the mayor what school kids are exposed to during the day. We've also made contact with the borough president's office, and we'll have more tomorrow night at 10.
Let me ask y'all a question. How much effort will it take, or how much effort does it take for you to fix an illegal situation that is happening for the last 20 years over in an area and they're not even hiding from you? If the criminals are not even afraid of you and they're willing to do it in broad daylight without any kind of repercussions that come along with it, why would anybody feel safe? And how can anybody, right? Because these are not people that's not calling the police, that's not petitioning the politicians, that's not bringing visibility to it or whatever, so on and so forth. These are people that are participating in the success of their own neighborhoods. How can anybody feel safe, or why would anybody look at this as an oasis or a land of opportunity if anybody can do anything that they want to do when they want to do it. So that is what's going on over in LA and in Queens. Queensbridge don't play.